Starfield won this award, the most innovative gameplay, and it doesn't add up to me. This is from Steam. This is Steam, where the reviews just went to mostly negative, and it's been consistently downhill ever since. And I think there's some fishy play afoot. And we're going to unravel today. Are you ready to unravel the enigma behind Starfield's hundreds of hours of gameplay and its wave of negative reviews? It just doesn't add up to me. We're going to jump in today because how is it that it could be mostly negative, yet win, this is voted on by the community, win most innovative gameplay in the Steam Awards of 2023? It makes no sense. It's why I've talked about it for a while. I'm very much enjoying Starfield, and I get these hateful comments whenever I talk about Starfield. It's fascinating. If you're going to leave a hateful comment and you don't like Starfield, hey, that's great. You don't like Starfield. Go away. Don't leave a comment. Don't leave a comment. If you love Starfield, leave a comment right now in the comments below. Even if you don't like it, it's not a terrible. If the worst I could say about this game is it's not as good as Skyrim. If I didn't like it, here's the thing. I'm liking it as much as Skyrim. That's right. I just blew your mind. I'm liking it that much. I think there is a depth here that they nailed. Now, it's not perfect. There's lots of things to criticize. I think it was a mistake the amount of instances there are. So, for instance, for me to go to another planet, I got to leave my city. I've got to leave into space. There's an instance. Then from space, I got to fast travel to the other space. That's, the other galaxy. There's an instance. And then back into a planet, there's an instance. So just to get someplace, I've got to go 3 to 4 instances before I'm to this new place, rather than it being this seamless sci-fi experience that, for instance, a No Man's Sky. And I don't think that's perfect, but I don't think that at all hinders what's there to where it becomes a negative review. Again, I'm very much enjoying it. And what doesn't add up is Steam has gone downhill with their reviews. I mean, as far as you have the user reviews, which normally they're pretty accurate. If a game is mostly positive, I like it. If a game is mostly negative, I usually don't like it. Starfield has gone into the mostly negative. It started out really high, mostly positive, and has consistently gone down. And what doesn't add up here is the amount of hours, because you can see how many hours is played versus the review. And you're getting all these mostly negative, don't recommend from people who have put 400 plus hours in the game. I'm sorry, if you've played a game for 400 plus hours, guess what? You like the game. If you play a game for over 50 hours, guess what? You like the game. If a game does not hook me in the first hour, I'm out. I'm not coming back. You have one, and that's generous. There's no other medium that we do that to. A movie has to hook you within the first 15 minutes. A TV show has to hook you in the first 5 minutes. Cue nudity. And so it doesn't make sense to me what's happening with Starfield. And are you ready for this? I think it's rigged. I 100% think it's rigged. I think there is a coordinated effort. That's the only way that this can be explained. People are purposefully leaving the game on, whatever, putting hundreds of hours in there so they can see my review is legit, not actually playing the game, and then leaving mostly negative review. Or they are playing the game and they just love the game that they hate playing. They play the game that they hate playing. It honestly doesn't make sense. So let's go over this. First of all, well done, Starfield. Yes, I think it does deserve winning most innovated. It did innovate. That's right. It innovated beyond what most typical games do, and what most sequels do or did this year in 2023. I love what they did with shipbuilding. I love what they did with even their powers. Now the powers, I like the powers, the way you earn powers in Starfield. I think there's one of my critiques, could have used some improvement. It was hyper tedious. Shipbuilding was on point though. I think shipbuilding is really good. The whole storyline with NG Plus, the whole multi-dimensions aspect of it, they incorporated things into this story that no other game has done with this type of game. That's right, with this type of game. And I think it's well-deserved. But let's go through this enigma of these reviews, because I'd love to know what you guys think, honestly. If you don't like the game, that's fine. So whether you like the game or you don't like the game, whether you think the game is the greatest game ever made or you think it's just okay, which I think is more accurate. I think you have the crowd that loves this game and you have more of the crowd that's like, it just didn't really connect with me. I genuinely don't understand if you hated this game. you didn't play the game. Like I genuinely don't, because it's not a bad. The worst I could say, the worst in my mind that someone could say is, yeah, it's not Skyrim. Space isn't as good as fantasy. Single map is not as good, or single map is superior to multiple maps, multiple dimensions, multiple galaxies, etc., etc. And that's a fair argument to me. But to say it's terrible just doesn't make sense. So let's head over here to Steam. So here's the Steam community page. First of all, 12,000 hours still playing, or 12,000 people still playing this game. Absolutely, very good. But look at all these not recommends. Not recommend. 30 hours player. No way this won most innovative gameplay. Bro, you played it for 29.2 hours. 56.9, not recommend. Most innovative gameplay has to be ironic, right? Most innovative gameplay award, my ass. 39 hours on record. And so it goes. Also, look at these pictures, dude. The game is secretly beautiful. Despite what critics say, I'm telling you, when you get into planet exploration, planet exploration is actually pretty legit. I really very much enjoy it. Love this community page. Steam has just done such a great job of housing everything in one spot. Like, really well done. Okay. Oh, so should we take a look at stats here? Global achievements. What? I actually haven't looked at this page. Oh, this is just the achievements. I thought we were going to see like different stats. So what's the number one? It's into space for the first time. Okay. Let's jump to now this is the page, the store page here. And you can see recent reviews, mostly negative, all reviews mixed. So, and then like I said, let's click on it. Okay. So not recommended. Not recommended. Okay. We've been hearing for years. Here we go. We've been hearing for years. Let's read this review. So first of all, the first not recommended, 29 hours on game. That's not a lot. This is not huge. But do you spend 30 hours in a game that you don't like? I don't. This is Enrique. He has 12 reviews. I'd actually be curious what Enrique's reviews are. Here we go. Not recommended, 29 hours. No one rated this review as helpful yet. See, look at 7,000 people found this review helpful for saying this. I am telling you, there is just haters out there for Starfield because Starfield dropped exclusively on Xbox. That's it. You're not going to persuade me otherwise. And I think my stats, look at, no one else has rated any of his other reviews. He spent less time in tabs, 3 hours, and gives it a thumbs up. In Hades, he only has 19 hours. Thumbs up. Terraria, he does have 190 hours in Terraria. And Terraria will do that to you. But look at, no one's rated his reviews helpful. Yet he gets a negative review on, and look at all the reactions to him. All of them. I'm telling you, I think there's fishiness afoot. So let's take a look at Cornix here, who has one review. Only one. Let's pull this open here. Let's go through this guy's review because this... the aggressive blandness persists. At least this dude took... Second case study. There's a point line. The comment, let's just go to his... Look how long... First, look at this dude went to town. This is his first review. The dude has never written a review ever, but he feels compelled to write this long-ass review. Never written review ever. We don't know what other... Can we look at his profile? We don't know what other... No information given. Profile awards, 1. Inventory. Can we look at his inventory here? Let's see. Nope. I'm telling you guys, you can say I'm crazy. You could say that I'm just a Starfield fanboy. There is some fishy-ishness going on here. Not recommended 100. He put 135.5 hours on record in this game and wrote this long-ass review. He's never wrote a review in his life, but this game was so crappy. Never written another review on Steam that he not only played the game 135 hours, but he wrote this huge long-ass review. The rides aren't even fun. Here's his final paragraph. The result is a joyless, colorless mess, memorable only for the lengths it goes to insult its players. He's so insulted by this game. He played it 135 hours. Bethesda can do better than this, but they probably won't because they don't think they have to. And apparently, professional shame isn't good enough of a motivator for them. I don't know what professional shame is. Okay, this long-ass review, is it in depth? It is in depth. Why? But a reviewer that typically writes reviews like this is someone who enjoys writing reviews. So we'll have multiple reviews on games, right? Look at the, like, you're being rewarded here. Look at people are rewarding the negative. Let's go to a positive review. Recommended. Oh my goodness. Why is there not as many recommended reviews here? This guy played 68 hours. And he says he even agrees that it could be better, but he still recommends it, and that to me is correct. Even if you don't like the game, it's still worth it is an experience, dude. It's a Bethesda experience. Neutral toned. He wants more of that. See, this guy makes more sense, at least. 29 reviews. Let's see how long his is, though. In the modern, glittering era of entertainment, Starfield is another speck of shine, so concerned with bland mass appeal that it makes any individual gameplay mechanic as empty as the... I'm sorry, empty. Like, some of the side quests are really good. As you explore different areas, you come across these hidden gems, and I think that's where that game shines. But again, 41 hours, can't recommend. 56.9 hours, on record, can't recommend. Recommend. Let's go. People have been posting the, let's go, can we go by negative? Let's go negative only. And just look at their hours. 29, 56, 135, 133, 75, 20, 48. Are you seeing anything less than 10? I'm sorry. If you don't like the game, you'll know within the first 10 hours, right? 29, 99, 53 hours, 52 hours, 93 hours, 29 hours, 39, 70 hours on record, 256 hours on record. Not recommended. I rated a 5.5. What 5.5 game do you play for 256 hours? There's something that's off, and I don't know what it is. I think it's hip to hate. If it's not coordinated, conspiracy theory coordinated. Okay, we'll take the extreme. Is that likely? It's probable. It's highly unlikely. However, is it hip to hate? And so it's like a social contagion? I think that's much more like clearly the amount of hours. So let's get to questions here. First of all, does it deserve most? Meanwhile, while being mostly negative reviewed right now, it wins most innovative gameplay award. There's something not adding up here. I don't know what Steam needs to look into. There's something not adding up. Something is off here, right? So does Starfield truly deserve the most innovative gameplay award? I think it does. I really do. When you deep dive into the game, you see it. Now, is one of the flaws of the game that you do have to deep dive into the game to really see and experience some of these gems? Yeah, I think you could argue that. But do I think that it deserves innovative gameplay award? Yeah. Again, it innovated. Shipbuilding is amazing. I love what they did with multi-dimensions, and I love what they did with NG+. I think it was bold. I think it was smart, and I'm very much looking forward to see where it goes in the future from here. The question now, how can we reconcile the significant playtime with the negative reviews? Are these reviews reflecting momentary frustrations? Are they reflecting deeper issues with the game? And also, if they are reflecting deeper issues of the game, how deep are those issues that you play 256 hours of it before saying, yeah, I give it a 5. A 5 is a terrible game to me. A 5 I'm turning off after, like I said, under an hour. Something doesn't add up. To my last question here. I pose this to you guys. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments. And maybe I'm wildly off. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm wildly off. I'm totally open to that. I'm not, but make your case. Last question here, though. Does the high playtime with negative reviews indicate a trend of hate playing in gaming? For instance, where players are drawn to games that they criticize? And if so, what does that say about the modern gaming culture? first of all, I think modern social media is such that positivity is seen as naive. It's seen as not as intelligent as critique and criticism. And so you have that. And I think social media and Steam community dashboards, Steam review dashboards are no doubt a part of that social media mentality world that we live in. So there's that. I don't know. I don't know if it's hate playing. I don't know how to describe it. If it is hate playing, gaming and gamers are in a terrible place in 2023. And we all need to go get our mental health taken care of. And no doubt there's a large portion of us that do. For sure. Me being one of them. No doubt about it. But if we're hate playing games, if you're playing a game for 300 hours and you hate it, I'm sorry, bro. There's something wrong. That doesn't compute. Maybe we're all sadists. Maybe that's it. Maybe we're sadists. Starfield gamers. Sadists. I don't know. It honestly doesn't make sense to me. I do want to say congratulations to Starfield for getting most innovative gameplay. I think it's very hypocritical. I think Colt Eastwood, shout out to Colt Eastwood over on Twitter. He said it best that it's hypocritical of Steam to award this most innovative gameplay while allowing it to just be consistently bashed by... there is a flaw in the matrix here. There's a flaw in the review process here. I do like that they show hours. It's why I've trusted Steam, and I think Steam reviews, for the most part, are really good. There's something off that's happening with Starfield because none of it makes any sense to me. None of it adds up. None of it adds up to my own. I know tastes are all different, and it's subjective. But like I said, 99% of Steam reviews, I agree with. This one, initial reviews, agree with to this day. Slowly it's gone down, and these people have more hours than I have in this game. I'm still playing this game, and I'm loving it. Does that make any sense? It doesn't. I'd love to know what you guys think. I think I've beat this horse to death, probably. Love to know what you guys think. Again, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? What do you think it could be? Do you think it's a social contagion? Do you think it's hip to hate Starfield? Do you think these kind of reviews would exist if Starfield dropped on PlayStation? I genuinely don't think it would. I really don't. You can say that I'm crazy. You can say that I'm nothing but an Xbox fanboy and I'm a Starfield apologist here if you want. I'm sorry. Based on the history and the media bias that we've seen over the past 2 years just alone, with everything from Activision Blizzard acquisition to Bethesda, there are spiteful people out there in the world. And I don't think that Starfield gets the hate that it's getting now. That's unexplainable based on the data that's in front of me than it would if it was available on all consoles. I think this literally is a middle finger to Xbox for getting Bethesda. Middle finger right back at y'all because I'm enjoying Starfield. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.